I have told the story. I never named the company before, but I will tonight. I told it, I think, in my first State of the State, but several times since. An indelible memory from early in this job was going to visit a Fortune 50 company, trying to talk them into some jobs for Indiana, or keeping some here in this case. It was Johnson & Johnson. I think it's safe to say now. And I went and made my pitch, and the guy, the CEO, was very polite and attentive. And when I got done with my sales pitch, he asked me a question I will never forget. The minute he asked me, I said to myself, this guy came up the marketing chain. The question was, he said, okay, Indiana. So what makes you different? What are you known for? I'm thinking, yeah, this is a marketer. He's looking for our unique selling proposition. It's a perfectly good question. And I said to him, Mr. Larson, today that's a difficult question to answer. But I'm telling you, in a few years, you won't have to ask. People will know about Indiana, and they will find us interesting. They will find us distinctive for various reasons. And I believe I can document to you, if you haven't noticed yourself, that has begun to occur. When people gather and ask, who are the financially stable states of this country? How many of them have a AAA credit rating? Which are the 5 states in America that have neither cut education or raised taxes? They're talking about Indiana. When they say, how are we going to rebuild the infrastructure of this country, which has been a problem weighing on people for a long time, and it's gotten much, much worse. They say, is there anybody who has tackled that problem and who is successfully rebuilding and then adding to the necessary infrastructure for economic success? There aren't many places they can talk about, but Indiana's one. When they say, who has seen the possibilities of the new era of fiber and frequency, who has liberated it and deregulated its telecommunications environment to make it easy for people of enterprise and initiative to come and invest and go into business quickly, there is a leadership state and you live in it. When they say, what state has found a way to protect children, vulnerable children, from abuse and neglect better than anywhere else? Who is running prisons humanely but firmly and cost effectively? And here's the clincher. Who's got a Bureau of Motor Vehicles where you can get in and out in less than 7 minutes? They're talking about Indiana. Tomorrow, and I don't like doing this, but I feel like I need to punch the clock once in a while, I'm going to go for a couple days. I'm going to go to a meeting of Republican governors. They have them 2 or 3 times a year. I play hooky most of the time, but I'm going to go ahead and go, and I'm going to get asked those questions there. How'd you do this? How'd you do this? How can we do that other? They're going to want to know some other things. They want to know about a Republican Party that wins elections, which it hadn't done a lot of in too many places or nationally for a while. So I'll tell them what we think the answer is. You start by making it absolutely apparent that everything you say and do, that your first concern is the everyday people of the place, in our case the state, to which you are accountable. That you are happy about the prosperous people, the people who get to come to dinners like this. You're proud of them. You want to support their ongoing success, but you never, never, never lose sight of the central meaning of the American experience, which is that anybody from anywhere has a chance. And so in where you go, in what you say, in what you do, in the way you approach your duties, you seek to make it possible for people to do that. You keep taxes down, let people keep as much of their hard-earned money as they possibly can. If they don't have health insurance, you find a way to provide it that protects the taxpayer, but gives people the peace of mind of knowing they will never be ruined by an unfortunate health experience. You trust people to make their own decisions. You say, if we will provide for the right of referendum if somebody can make a case to you that you should pay a little more for a new school building or for more local services, and you decide, we trust you to run your life, to manage your own health, manage your own communities. I'll say to them, in Indiana, we practice the politics of addition, not division. We look for ways to bring people together. We look for ways to minimize or soft pedal those things about which we disagree. We stand up always for the things that are central to us, but we don't demonize anybody, and we don't succumb to the temptation to criticize anybody. Certainly not their motives, not their background. We remember what Ronald Reagan taught some of us years ago. We have no opponents, we have no enemies. We have no enemies, only opponents. But most of all, if you want to know why we've been winning elections in Indiana, it's because we are known for what we're for, not just for what we're against. We in Indiana, for years now, can claim, I think rightly, that we are the party of yes. We have said, yes, we can provide vital services in this state and still live within our means and keep people's taxes down. Yes, we can reform all the rules and toughen the penalties and run a government that is squeaky clean. I am so grateful to the people in this room who are part of our team, on whose behalf I can tell you we've been in office for 5 years and you haven't seen a scandal yet, and I don't think you're going to. This is just not, we're not going to permit it. We're the party that said, yes, it is important to build roads and bridges and rail, to connect the towns that have struggled, to connect everywhere in Indiana, not just to the rest of our state, but to the world economy. This is a fundamental thing government can do that allows free people, free businesses then to invest and take chances and to flourish and grow. And yes, we can find a way to do that, and we don't have to tax people into the grave in order to bring it off. We got a little lucky, but sometimes you make your own luck. There's not another state in America tonight that can say that it is breaking a record 10 years in a row for investment in infrastructure and didn't raise taxes by a penny or debt left to its kids by a penny, and that's the state you live in too. And we said, yes, we can cut and cap property taxes in our state where they now are the 7th lowest in America, with a protective ceiling over every class of property that you could never be pushed above, something only 1 or 2 other states anywhere has. We have an unmet need in that area. I have to ask you to help us meet it.